welcome back to my back to school week for the 2020-2021 school year. Today is day 2 of back to school week, and today I'm going to share with you my 8th grade curriculum picks. So if you're interested to see what my 8th graders, yes, graders plural, I have 2 of them. If you're interested to see what my 8th graders are doing this year for school, stick around. So as I said, I do have 2 8th graders, a girl and a boy, and most of what they do is the same, although a few things they do are different. And I don't have a physical book for everything, but I'll try not to forget anything. I just have it all stacked right here beside me, so I'm just going to pick it up and show it to you. It's in no particular order. Actually, it's kind of in size order with the smallest things on the top and the biggest things on the bottom. But it's really in no particular order, and I will try to remember to show you everything. So, the first thing is Bible, and we are using the Word of Life 1 Year Daily Devotionals. Now, this is the grades 5 and 6 one, and the reason I went with this one is because the one for teens, it's not as guided, and I just wanted my kids to be a little more guided through it. Like, basically, it just gives you a scripture, and then it says, what did you think about that? That's kind of all it says. And I just wanted them to be led a little bit more in determining what the scripture is about. So if you can see, rather than just having a scripture and just basically a note paper to write whatever you're thinking, feeling, whatever, it really is it's very leading. It asks them very specific questions, fill in the blanks, those sort of things. And so even though this is technically grades 5 and 6, I just felt like it was more appropriate. Sorry, I have a piece of hair on my face. I felt like this was more appropriate for my kiddos, because I didn't want them completely left to their own devices, because I just felt like this would be a better fit for them. So I did get the adult one. For me, it's a teen/adult one for me. And then I got the first grade one for my first grader. And so we're all going to be doing it together. And basically you're looking at the same scripture on the same day, but you're just looking at it from a levelized perspective. So that's the first thing. Okay, so for language arts, we are using, this is our first year using IEW's Fix-It Grammar. So they both will be doing the Fix-It Grammar. They will also both be we'll be doing this at home and at Co-op, which does not start for another month. We don't start our Co-op until after Labor Day in September. So at Co-op, they will be doing the IEW writing, the unit, I believe it's called Modern History. So, and obviously, for some reason my order got wonky, and I got like everything in my order except for that. But anyway, it's coming. I just don't have it, which is not a huge deal because we've got another month till we start it. But this we're doing at home, the Fix-It Grammar, and then the actual writing they're going to be doing mostly at Co-op, although obviously that requires homework because it's writing. So they'll be writing at home. Also for language arts, which I have purchased but I haven't printed out yet, is we use book studies from Progeny Press. If you are not familiar with Progeny Press, I will link their website below. I really like book studies. I think there is a lot of value and merit in book studies. And so for us this year, for our literature in our language arts, we're going to be doing book studies, and my kids are both going to be doing different book studies because, number one, they're sort of on different reading levels. So they will require different books for that. And then very obviously they are a boy and a girl, and they have very different personalities and very different interests. And so I'm trying to pick books that they like. So my son is starting with The Big Wave. He is on a lower reading level, so we're working to catch him up. And so he's going to be starting with a big wave, and I haven't printed out the book study yet, so I can't show that to you. But like I said, I'll put a link to their website below, and it's really good. And then my daughter, which I do have the book, and for some reason it didn't make it over here into my stack, she is starting with The Island of the Blue Dolphins. So that's what we're starting with. My goal is to do at least one book study per quarter. I haven't picked out the next ones yet for quarter 2 because I'm just going to wait and see how these go and see where their interests lie. And I may even let them help me choose which ones we do second quarter based on how the first quarter goes. This is the first year I'll be doing this with them in school. Now my son has been doing a Progeny Press book study in his speech and language therapy with his therapist for that, and he has enjoyed it. Well, he doesn't really enjoy school. He hasn't hated it, which I feel like is a really good positive thing. So that's what we're doing for our literature this year. Now let's see, science. Okay, don't think I'm crazy, but we're doing 2 sciences this year. Now I think I've mentioned in another video that both of my big kids and probably eventually my little one too, but since my big kids are in their last year before high school, it matters more for them. They are both very determined about their careers. They already know what they want to do with their lives. They've been pretty sure about that since they were both very small. It's never changed. I don't foresee it changing between now and when they graduate high school. And both of them have goals that are very science heavy. Both of them have goals that will require science majors in college. So, in an effort to encourage that, and in an effort to provide them with as much of a head start and as much of a solid foundation as I can to equip them as best I can for those college careers, which will lead to, lifetime careers, I am trying to get as much science in them as I can. So we are doing 2 sciences this year. The first one we are doing in co-op, and it is physical science, which is typical for 8th grade. Most 8th graders do this. They get traditional schools, private schools. We are using master books for that, which I love master books. And so we're doing physical science with both of them. They will be doing that in a combination of doing that at co-op and doing some of that at home. And then also from master books, we are doing Intro to Anatomy and Physiology Part 1. Now we joined co-op halfway through the year last year, and I already had these books because they did it at co-op, but my kids joined co-op halfway through the year, and then it got shut down for, you know why, I won't say the word, but due to world events, co-op got canceled. So they really didn't do that much of this curriculum last year. And since we already owned the books, and my daughter especially is going to need quite a bit of biology, anatomy, physiology type sciences, I decided that we're going to go ahead and do that from cover to cover, do the whole thing, make it happen this year. So that's 2 sciences we are doing, which I know some of you may think that's crazy, but it works for us. We love science. My little one even likes to sit and listen while we read our science curriculums out loud. So it works for us. We love it. We're a science family, so it works for us. So 2 sciences. Crazy? Maybe, but that's what we're doing. Also at co-op, and this will be 100% at co-op, I will not do any of this at home unless they're sent home with homework and they need help with it. But this is purely at co-op. They are doing the Memoria Press Geography level, what is it? I guess it's book 1, level 1, which is the Middle East, North Africa, and Europe. So this is also going to be done at co-op, so that doesn't start for another month, but we did go ahead and order those. Then we also have history, again with the master books. I am a really big fan of master books. No, I'm not getting paid to say that. I paid full price for all of my master books curriculum. So we are doing the World's Story 3, the Modern Age, which is technically their 8th grade history curriculum. I like it because I feel like, personally, I love history. And I feel like history is important. A lot of people disagree with me on that, and that's fine. But we love it in my family. We're big history buffs. We watch documentaries all the time and all kinds of things. So I'm excited about this. It's relatively short lessons. So I feel like it's a good way to still get your history into your kids without like them getting bogged down in all of this textbook and reading and intense, history curriculum. I feel like it's just short little bursts of just good history. And then we are also doing Gather Round this year. We love Gather Round. My kids beg to do Gather Round. We have done 2 units already, so we're fairly new to it. We started kind of at the end of the school year this past year, and they beg for it. They really do. I'm not kidding. They beg for it. So we're doing space next. My goal is to do 1 unit study per quarter. So it's not something we're going to be doing every single day or anything like that, but they really do enjoy it, and they're actually all 3 very excited about the space unit in particular. And so that is something that we're going to be doing together as a family this year. So that is my 8th grade curriculum picks for, math. I forgot to tell you about math. I don't have a physical book, so that one's easy to forget. Both of my kids are doing teaching textbooks for math. So that's what we're using for math, which is why I don't have the book, because we use the online version. Now, I do sometimes print lessons off and make them do them on paper while they're doing them online as well, because I think, especially for math, that's important to be able to do math on paper. And when I try to trust them to just get notebook paper and do it while they're doing it on the computer, they don't do that. So this year I'm going to start printing off all the lessons and making them do them in both places. So essentially they'll do the problem on the worksheet and then they'll enter it on the online program on their computer. So teaching textbooks for math. So that is our 8th grade curriculum for this year. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to read in the description box about the giveaway. You don't want to miss out on that. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.